Hey, you there! Get the items from the top shelves for me.
Karen? Can't you see that I'm on a wheelchair?
I don't care. Employees should always put the customers first.
I don't even work here, lady! Now, for every likes this video gets, one Karen will be kicked out of a store. So please, smash that thumbs up and notification buttons. To the story. Lady wants wheelchair-bound woman to get something from top shelf. Background. I'm an amputee after a summer 2017 car accident, left leg. This story takes place like 2 or 3 weeks after I got my cast off, so forgive me if I cannot remember the details well. Setting: Safeway, grocery store chain. Me wearing a teal top with gray shorts in a wheelchair of vital importance, one leg. I was at the store to get some stuff for dinner and looking down the baking aisle. I was in a bit of a rush. I had grabbed a couple things and was trying to turn around to leave that aisle. As you probably expected, an older lady came up to me and asked for help. I'm terrible with saying no, so I reluctantly say, okay. Again, I'm in a gray shorts and a teal top. Clearly not an employee who wears like black pants and either a black or tan shirt. And clearly in a wheelchair. Karen equals to the lady, and me equals to goes without saying. Well, this is paraphrased because I don't remember the exact words from nearly 2 years ago. Sorry. Karen, I need this thing, I don't remember what.
From up there?
Points to the top shelf miles above my sitting height. I would have done it if I was whole, but I have terrible balance now and I don't like to stand without my crutches. Me, okay, what do you want from me?
Karen, well, I want you to get it for me.
Me, well, being me, how?
Karen, just stand up and get it.
Me, you can see that I'm in a wheelchair, right?
Karen, so you need to help customers.
Me, still not clicking. Me?
Karen, oh yes you. An employee should always put customers first.
Me, the amazing dumb butt who finally gets what Karen is saying. Oh, I'm a customer, not an employee. Sorry. Karen looks as if she's finally seen light and takes my entire appearance. She somehow went pale and red at the same time. I'm still amazed by that feat and rushed off. I mean, even if you were an employee, like what exactly was she expecting? I mean, right? The second story. Apparently, I should have said Merry Christmas. So, I used to work in a grocery store and still shop there every once in a while. Around Thanksgiving, one of the aisles get turned into a kosher for Hanukkah aisle. Early December this year, I saw one of my friends shopping in this aisle. I know for a fact that he is Jewish. I was dressed about as far from the store's uniform as I could be while still wearing clothes. He and I talked for a while, and I left him with Happy Hanukkah. A lady quickly corrected me from the end of the next aisle.
You should have said Merry Christmas.
I ignored her and went to stand in line at the deli where I had worked before and knew some of the employees. She decided to press the issue. I don't remember the entire conversation, but eventually she demanded to see a manager. Fortunately, one was nearby. He walked up and greeted me first, asking how my job at other company in other city was going. Suffice to say, the lady in question got a good talking to about how different religions handle various food-based restrictions. He added that if she accosted any customer or employee again over how they talk to people of these faiths, she would be banned from the store for the remainder of the holiday season. Well, that surely serves her right, because people can say whatever they want. The third story. I should be fired for ramming a cart into my truck. This is a very mild, I don't work here lady, and more I don't work here man. I had gone grocery shopping and was taking my stuff out to my truck in the cart. As I pull up to the truck, I let the cart hit the bumper. All of a sudden, a male Karen appears. Male Karen. What the hell? You think that is okay? Me, what? Male Karen. What the dog is wrong with you? Me, sir, I don't know. Male Karen. You hit that truck with a cart. I cannot believe you're so irresponsible. You should be fired for that. I realize he thinks I work there. I tell him a basic, I don't work here, and start loading my groceries in the bag as this dude yells at me. I thought the dude would realize that it is my truck that I hit. He didn't. Male Karen. Oh, that thing is a classic. I want to see your manager because that was unacceptable. Turning to him because I don't think he heard what I said. I repeated myself. Me, I don't work here, dude. This is my... Male Karen. Oh, don't give me that bullcrap. I want to speak to your manager. Then, one of the guys that does work there came up. He asked if there was a problem. The dude started ranting at him that I had scrapped the cart along the truck after ramming it. He wanted me fired. The employee looks at me and asks if I was done with the cart so I could take it back. I said yes, grabbed my last bag, I sat in the back. Then I went and got in my truck and started it up. The male Karen's face got rather red as I pulled away. For the record, my truck is a mid-90s S10. Technically a classic in my state, but not what I would think of as a classic, also very rough condition. Well, personally, I would have hit again, like, oh what, like this, and bang, 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 you mean this? The fourth story, dumbest person ever. I used to work as a paramedic in a large city. A Home Depot opened right at the street corner we were supposed to sit at. Me and my partners were both new homeowners, as was a police unit in the area, so we all go in together. They were having some nice sales on tools that we all could use. Some guys come to me asking for help, getting something behind the locked case. I just look at him and say, sorry, I don't work here. He then goes to my partner and asks the same thing. Now, as most people know, the Home Depot uniforms are orange. Myself and my partners are dressed in navy blue pants and tops with the word Paramedic in 4 letters on the back. No way we can be confused for Home Depot employees, but it gets better. He then goes up to the police officers, again, big letters on their back saying, police. The cops just looks at him and go, are you drunk or stupid? After a bit of a conversation of more of this, they take his ID and run his name. He was on probation, had an active warrant out of his arrest, and was trying to buy a box cutter in violation of his probation, and yep, he spent the night in locked up. Well, this is surely suspicious. Dude must have been on something. To the fifth story, it's not delivery, it's my dinner. I work at Little Caesars and I usually work the closing shift, so I tend to take home a lot of pizzas because who wants to cook that late? Almost without fail, every time I bring home food for myself, my across-street neighbor will come out, look around, then shout across the street asking if I'm his delivery. Like 2 or 3 times a week he does this. It's constant, and I'm wondering, first, how much ducking delivery does this guy order? And second, if he's just messing with me at this point. He's got to realize that I'm his neighbor eventually, right? Maybe he just thinks my family orders delivery a lot. And best part is that our store doesn't even deliver, and I wear a uniform that has a massive LCP logo on it, so I'm very obviously not a delivery service, DD, Postmates, etc. He gets super disappointed every time this happens, and I almost want to start bringing this guy a pizza when I close because I'm starting to feel bad about it. But dude, I'm not the effing pizza guy, I'm your neighbor. You lived next to me for like 10 years? Seriously? New update. Got off work like an hour and a half ago. Made a pizza before I left cause I don't want to give this guy a crappy old pizza, lol. He fortunately was outside, so before he said anything, I walked over and just told him I was his delivery. He looked like kinda WTF and then started laughing hella hard. Asked him what the deal was. He said the first couple of times he asked me, he actually did think I was his DoorDash, then realized I lived next to him and decided to just screw with me to see how long it would go on before I said something. Months apparently, Lamau. But he said he didn't think I'd actually bring him something. So we basically just chilled and ate some pizza together. Exchanged numbers and said I'd bring him a pizza on weekends if I closed, but he seems like a legit cool dude. And now I feel like a good neighbor. Thumbs up. Moral of the story: when strangers yell at you late at night, give them free food. Well, I think maybe he's trying to hit on you, or has like short-term memory problems. To the sixth story: I spoke Armenian and paid the price. I'm Armenian American, and I look kind of Armenian and kind of American, but have a ginger beard. I was wearing basketball shorts and a black t-shirt, along with my white gold necklace. I went to Best Buy with a friend and his mother, and we were in the home theater section. I love me some home theater. As I'm helping them pick out some speakers and explaining in Armenian how the home theater components work, I feel a tug on my necklace. Now, this necklace was given to my father from his now deceased mother, and he gave it to me. It means a lot to me. I felt a tug on my chain and turned around angrily to see a man in his mid-40s or so. So I'll call him A for butthole and M for me. A. Snidely: can you hurry up with them and help out the rest of the people here? And you shouldn't be talking in foreign languages in America, especially while you're working. Me: I don't work here, and if you touch me again, we're going to have a problem. A. You don't get to talk to customers like that and still have a job. Where's your manager? This isn't whatever crap hole you came from. You cannot treat people like this. The irony was not lost on me, and I was getting very mad. My friend knows that when I start smiling while I'm angry, I get a little stupid, so he tells me to relax and kinds of guides me away from him. Security is coming over to us at this point, as the butthole has decided to follow my friend and me. The butthole keeps ranting as I'm trying to stay calm, and my friend is doing his best impression of a peace-filled monk. For context, I have shaved my head to go with the beard, and I don't look super friendly, although I try to be most of the time. Security comes over to me first, and he asks me to go with him. I agree, and I tell my friend and his mother to come to get me away from the butthole. Butthole then spits on my friend while trying to spit on me, and he says some more racist things. Security goes to grab Butthole, but before he gets there, we hear a loud smack and see Butthole stumble a few steps to the left. My friend's mother, she is in her late 50s and we're both in our 20s, had taken off her thick-soled immigrant sandal and smacked the man on the side of his face hard, like very hard. If anyone knows what those sandals are like, they are the ultimate weapon in the hand of a mother. I would rather deal with a Navy SEAL than a mother with those sandals. Security tackles the guy, my friend calms down his mother, and the cops arrive. After reviewing the tape and taking the statements, the guy gets arrested for a couple counts of assault and battery. I get confused for a worker all the time, especially if I speak Armenian to someone else. This was the first time it had gotten physical, and the only third time I had a confrontational exchange about it. I couldn't believe it had actually happened for another couple hours, and I'm still weirded about it. We ended up getting a sweet deal for some ALAC speakers for him, so it was a net positive experience. For your information, all the Best Buys near me have security. They usually just check receipts when you leave, but they exist. My area and the surrounded area has a large Armenian, Korean, Mexican, and other Central American, etc. population. Super diverse. So, there are a ton of bilingual employees of all kinds. It's pretty awesome, and there are lots of cool people out there. It never ceases to amaze me how many people seem to think someone works at a place when they are very clearly not wearing the uniform for it. That's it for today, fellow humans. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.